do this as our
now featuring audio.
technical difficulties. That's okay. We'll turn this into a short or something, or something.
Bonus
We'll just have
episode.
our game of the year. So
Oh, it's too bad. We had good jib jab.
yeah, it happens.
Nah,
Trust me,
nobody's
this happened
watching
many
this
times
anyway.
before. Let's see here. So okay, so let's do some.
Oh, so you were saying probably not have it for the next couple of weeks on account of the holidays.
No, I think we'll be here for next week. But after that, I'm not too sure.
Well, just keep me posted. I'm usually free.
Yeah. No, definitely. Let's
Holiday
plan
or
on,
not.
We'll definitely do next week since Christmas isn't until the week after. But we'll decide from there.
Sweet.
What we will do. But yeah. All right. Well, let's do our game of the year.
There we go. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to kick it off with number 5?
Number 5. Okay. So my number 5 is Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4.
I was genuinely impressed with how fun this game was. Especially considering how much I like the other Pikmin. But the addition of the dog was just... It was too good. And the fact that they gave you that right off the bat, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm going to have to work for this. But no. They give you what you want immediately. So that was really cool. And yeah, just the little additions that they brought to the game. They were all really good. And I can't speak highly enough about them. That it is definitely the best Pikmin game that's come out. So yeah, if you're ever like even slightly interested in Pikmin, you should definitely get it.
You heard it here, guys. Best Pikmin since Pikmin 3.
But well, so that's the thing is that I don't know if Pikmin 3 was my best Pikmin since Pikmin 2. but Pikmin 4 is definitely at the top. So
yeah, I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Forward to at some point.
Mm-hmm. All right. So who's next? We'll do it in what we've been playing order.
Sure, that sounds fine. Andrew.
Oh, okay. All right. Number 5.
Number 5. Número 5.
Oh, okay. Well, this falls within the time limit because this came out tomorrow last year. So that puts it within range. Potion crafts, fun little chill indie game. You make potions.
Mm-hmm.
You do it with little paper crafts game. It's super fun, pretty quaint, fun little game.
Chill games.
Is it on the Cube side there, or I've heard of this, but I've never actually played.
You can play it on Xbox Game Pass and.
Oh yeah, it's on Game Pass. Yeah.
Okay. The Alchemist Simulator. Yes.
It's pretty good. I played a little bit of it. It's cool. You grind up all your ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
To make the correct potions.
Yeah, it's like it's a pretty aesthetically pleasing potion crafting game.
Do like different ingredients you
like
have
workshop game.
Do you have to grind for like a different amount of time? Like
Yes, I think so. It's been a little while since I played it. It came out.
That's detailed.
Came out
I
a
think
year
there's
ago.
like you can get more. There's like difference with like breaking it down and stuff. I do remember that.
Mhm.
Although I didn't play very much, so
Yeah, you get coarse or fine grinding.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. I'm all about that. I might have to check that out.
It's pretty fun. Cheap little indie game.
Mm.
One of those workshop games. Kind of remind me of that like Goblin one you were playing the other day, Christian. The Goblin
oh yeah.
Trash Goblin. Is that what it was?
I didn't play it, but we were watching gameplay of it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that game looked kind of fun. Like a cool little calm game.
yeah.
It
Well,
looks like
workshop
someone made
game.
like a little game and story around like Picross
Mm-hmm.
is kind of what that Trash Goblin.
Hmm.
All right, Christian. What's your number 5?
So I did preface my list this year that it had to have been in full release or come out on full release this year. Nothing in early access is on my list.
Okay.
But I put as my number 5, I put Bolt Gun, Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, which is it feels a lot like Doom, like 2016 Doom.
Mm-hmm. Which is great.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Mhm.
It has like that same kind of like similar vibe, but it's all in like the boomer shooter pixel graphics,
Yeah.
and all in like the Warhammer 40k universe.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, really fast paced first person shooter game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My type of jam.
Indeed. That's some good jam. Okay. Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4 for me is Hi-Fi Rush.
Ooh, a good
that-
choice.
That game just it came out of left field. I love me some music games. You guys know this.
Yeah, rhythm games are always.
Yeah, and it was I don't know. It was super surprising how much fun I had with that game. So yeah, the audio design was just so good, and it wasn't too difficult. And it didn't feel prohibitive. Like I feel like a lot of music games can. So yeah, I actually talked to so many people about that game. So I think it deserves definitely some mention because I feel like it's one of those games where a lot of people who don't play as many games as we do also got to partake in it. So I think that speaks to its accessibility.
Yeah. I think it was a really good game. Yeah.
Mhm.
Andrew, number 4.
Number 4.
I'm waiting for more horns.
Number 4 is going to be, because this hit 1.0 over the summer. It's Rings of Saturn.
Mm.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Nice little indie title there.
Yep. Very, very chill. Fly around a spaceship, pick up, you mine stuff on the Saturn's ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the whole game. Make money, get better ships. They have
Picking up minerals from all the asteroids around Saturn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Genius game. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I didn't realize that had came out yet. We've been playing it for a little while. Like we got it a lot back.
Yeah, we've been playing it early access. Yeah, but yeah, super enjoyable. Yeah, fun little indie game.
Nice.
Christian.
Well, my number 4 will be Everspace.
Oh, okay.
Aerospace 2?
Everspace 2, to be more
Mhm, mhm.
precise. which did come out,
Return of the Space.
which released in early. We came out on full release this year.
Mhm.
I have told you about this game before, specifically because you like
Yes.
the old Descent game,
Yes. Yes.
and this is basically Descent RPG.
Yeah.
So I know you would love it.
Super fun game, yeah.
What I'm saying is, why the fuck haven't you watched it yet?
Isn't that one on the Game Pass too?
Is it?
I believe it is actually.
Oh shit!
I can double check.
I would double check,
Double
but
check here.
I'm in an intense battle right now.
Everspace 2 is really fun. You're a little ship, but it's pretty much just like an space exploring RPG. You can get like new parts for your ship, making it better. You can get new ships. You travel like little city maps, doing missions for people, but it's all from your ship, and it feels very much like Descent because you travel like sections of space, right? And there'll be like either a base or some asteroids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have to like fly into the ship, and you got to fight inside like one of the big ships. You'll have to fight like little rogue pirates and stuff.
All 6-axis stuff too.
Oh, yeah, all 6-axis space stuff. Really, just a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good story
Yeah, I mean,
too.
it sounds like Descent. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Descent with RPG, and yeah, it is definitely available on Game Pass.
Hey,
Everspace.
check that out.
Right.
Plus, I liked it because I thought it was a big change from their first title, which was more or less the same thing, but with a like roguelike element instead.
Mm-hmm.
Which there ain't nothing wrong with that. But this one, with going the full RPG, I think was the best move for them. It was really, really well done. But that's my number 4.
Okay. Number 3 for me. Yeah,
Now we're getting into the big stuff.
This is where
Top
I am
3.
putting Lethal Company.
Oh, see, I didn't include Lethal Company.
You didn't. I figured
Because
I
didn't include it because it's still in early access.
I don't know. I thought it was a full release that
it's
finally happened.
The game's still in early access.
Oh, well then.
I'm pretty positive.
Disqualified.
Metaphysical just dropped on full release.
Yeah, Metaphysical just dropped on full release, but I didn't put that in there because I compiled this list before. But then, if that's the case, because I do want to do full release games as well. I thought Lethal Company had hit full release, but if it isn't, then I will swap that out for Metaphysical because that has been a surprisingly good game.
It's still in early access.
Okay. But yeah, then let's switch that to Metaphysical and talk about how great that game is. Because we did earlier, but we're gonna do it again.
Well, no one heard that.
This time, not just because no one was watching.
That's because that was a secret episode. Stay tuned later to see if you could get access to it.
It was just us plotting. We had to, as the judges and presenters of this year's CGB Top 5 Game Awards, we had to talk about what they were. That's what we were talking about for 2 hours.
Deliberation.
Right?
Yeah.
And you can get access to the secret episode if you too donate to us.
Yeah, get on our Patreon for those behind the scenes clips.
No, so you're gonna put Metaphysical as your third?
Yeah, I'll put Metaphysical as my third. Again, super surprising how good it was, especially considering there's Phasmophobia, and with how much
Like
that I did like.
Demonologist and all the other games like it.
Well, I mean specifically the fact that me having played Phasmophobia, I really liked that game. Um, I thought it was a pretty
I
solid
always
game.
wanted
I
to
mean,
like it a
except
lot
for its
more
all
than I
janks.
do. And
Yeah.
metaphysical helps because I like metaphysical quite a lot. For every reason that I don't like Phasmophobia, it helps.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I think that its features are just so well thought out. Now that's not to say that the programming is great. I feel like there's a lot of ideas that went there, and there's a lot of love put into the game. Maybe they just don't have the technical expertise, but that's okay because the game runs most of the time, and it's really really fun. So yeah, it's a great game.
You got me in one spot. It is really, really fun. It is really, really.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number 3. Andrew.
Number 3. This is going to go to Against the Storm.
Ooh.
Came out of early access this month.
Yeah.
I
haven't yet played the early access, but I do look forward to it.
Super fun. It's a roguelike where you just start. You have to play like the starting part of a city builder a bunch of times.
It's like the only
help
parts
get
that I
colonies set up.
Yeah. I've told
Um,
Andrew before. It's literally the only parts that I ever get to in a city builder.
yeah.
Just I get to do it again and again because that's the point.
Once you get that going for me, move on to the next place and start another one with like there's little each place has its own little like random challenges to it.
I like that it's a cool take on doing a rogue like city builder.
Yeah, roguelike city builder, it's a really cool way to handle to marry those concepts.
Mm-hmm.
Very enjoyable.
You get to control cool fantasy races too, which is cool. You get like beavers and foxes,
the harpies.
Yeah.
Harpies are good.
Like bears and rhinos and shit.
Bears and rhinos and shit.
Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable roguelike. If you like if you like city builders, especially the first parts of city builders, you'll like Against the Storm.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I recommend that one myself. That's a really good game. Super enjoyable. My number 3, which I actually changed because I'd forgotten about a whole video game system. I forgot about the Switch.
The what?
When I was doing my
forgot
game
about
when I was doing my game of the year list, I forgot about the Switch, and so I forgot about Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Wow.
Which made my number 3.
Miyamoto's crying right now,
That he made my top 3. He should be. He should be super thrilled. He should be ecstatic that he made top 3.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a beautiful game. It's a great game.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Basically, I put it here, and I put it in third too, because I think there was a lot of great games this year. And I think that says something about the quality of games. But it basically fixed all of my complaints from Breath of the Wild, and even made weapon durability something that I can be okay with by making it fun and interesting with the weapon fusion. So that's where I'm putting it at number 3. Super solid game.
All right. Well, number 2, numero dos. For me, that's going to be Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Nice.
It is. I think it's been a while since I have been so excited and intrigued by a Mario game, like specifically a 2D one. Yeah, because I mean, like, what was it? New Super Mario Brothers U. That definitely had some interesting stuff, and I really liked playing multiplayer. I almost exclusively played that multiplayer. But other than that, it didn't feel like there was a whole lot new to it. So the introduction of the badges and like the craziness of the levels changing, it was a really fresh take on Mario. I mean, it's still just a platformer, so it's still super easy to pick up and go along and play. But yeah, it felt like an evolution that needed to happen. That should have happened a while ago, honestly. So it's good.
Yeah, that's good. It looks like a lot of fun.
It really is. It's.
I mean, I always enjoyed a good enjoy a good like platformer game myself, and that looked to be right up.
Well, I
Classic
like
Mario Alley.
What I don't forget which one that they first introduced, kind of like the difficulty notification with stages. But I like the way that they've done it in this one as well. And the really difficult ones are extremely difficult. And I think that's cool because none of them are like, yeah, you absolutely have to.
That was
super hard ones.
Mario Creator, right? Did that?
They did it in Mario Creator, but they did it before that too. I just forget which one it was. It was definitely a 2D one. But yeah. Andrew, what was your number 2?
Number 2 was Age of Wonders 4.
Ooh.
Fantastic 4X strategy game.
True. Really good.
I've been a fan of the series since the first one. That was like a childhood favorite PC game.
See, I always played Heroes of Might and Magic.
Yeah,
was my like intro to 4X game.
That's silly. Yeah, it's similar to Heroes of Might and Magic.
Yeah, it has that nice vibe to it.
Yeah, very enjoyable fantasy 4X strategy game.
Lots of races and lots of stuff in there. There's loaded with content.
Well, 4 set it so that the races are purely cosmetic. You can just look like whatever, which was a little weird. I miss like I miss those dynamics from the first one, but those dynamics still exist. They're just not related to your race at all. That one's just like you guys. You can look like whatever you look like. There's no like mechanical advantages or disadvantages to playing one thing or a different thing, which is kind of freeing because then I could just be like, cool, whatever, guys.
Yeah,
I don't have to be evil orcs. Right. Which the other games, if you were playing orcs, you had to be evil.
That's true.
And you couldn't like do anything with any of the good races, like the elves and the dwarves and everybody just like hate you and will always hate you.
Right.
Whereas this one's all based on your like whatever sort of things you pick for your race that do set those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very fun. Although they did get kind of aggressive with like they put out a lot of DLC and really quickly. So
I feel like that's pretty typical with those
well, it wasn't.
games.
It was all like there's a lot in the game. It didn't feel like anything was missing or needed more DLC. So it is more just like more content. And from what I've seen from the reviews of the DLC, I don't know anything of it myself, but from what I've seen of the reviews, they're all like worth the amount of money and everything. They're not lacking in content or anything. that was my one thing I didn't like. I didn't like too much about the game. I was like, I haven't even learned the races that are already in here, and now you're adding new races instead.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Too fast.
Yeah, just adding like too many things. But yes, there's a lot there. Yeah, if you ever wanted to play Civilization, but you wanted to do it in fantasy, and then also have like Heroes of Might and Magic style fights, then that's the one. Although it's on a hex grid.
Yeah.
Instead of on a square grid.
That's still a good time.
Yeah.
Good time if you like those type of games. Plus the races make it very diverse. There's a lot of choice there.
Yeah, you can do a bunch. Super enjoyable, yeah.
I've never completed a game, but I've played it.
I have completed several scenarios of that game.
I'm just terrible at it.
What was your number two?
Well, my number 2 is Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm sure it's probably no surprise to most of you, big fans of Resident Evil series.
That's crazy. I really debated putting this one on there, but I didn't beat it.
I haven't beaten it either, but
do we have to have beaten the game? Some of the games I listen to really have a beating.
I should clarify.
Thing.
I've played very little of it.
That's fair. I big fan of Resident Evil games for a long time.
What do you? When?
Long time.
Since when?
I know I don't talk about it much.
No, you don't.
So, yeah, I get it. Not knowing. But true facts. Facts are facts.
Facts are facts.
Uh,
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a great game. I mean, it was a great game when it first came out.
Yeah, I was just off the bat. So this one was weird because I was truly skeptical.
Yeah, right.
If you listen to me for a while, you probably understand that it's kind of funny that it made my list at all because I was truly skeptical of the game coming out in general. It was like, why are they making Resident Evil 5 or 4? Resident Evil 4 was already a great game. There's no need. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's like the beginning of that new style gameplay.
It
felt like
so
a weird
much.
place for it to be.
It still feels like the HD remake of Resident Evil 4, but then it just feels like more. They took a lot of like what was creepy and like cringy about Resident Evil 4 in the originally, a lot of like the weird sexist comments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They got rid of those, but they not only just like removed it, they've like reworked the story a lot, making like Lewis a far more interesting and integral character to what's happening. And they just did such better job of telling like the same story. You know, it's like a second shot at telling the same story, and they did a just amazing job. It feels just different enough to that those people who are like me, where like, why would you remake a game like that? That all the puzzles felt different enough that I didn't know where to go for all the hours that I've played, but everything felt so familiar that it was that nostalgia hit. You know, that nostalgia came in like, yeah, you know this, you remember this place. It's slightly different, but hey, it's the same location. Yeah, just really good remake. Resident Evil's Capcom's crushing it, I think. When it comes to games, just in general.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job.
They showed off like the new trailer for the new Monster Hunter, the new big Monster Hunter game, and I'm down with that. I like Monster Hunter.
I just never really got into them. I want to love those games. I really
They're really
do.
fun, and plus you can play. Most of them are with multiplayer, and you can play
Yeah.
with people. If you got World, if
Plus,
you
you
can
know,
find,
dragons.
I would be more than happy to play with you. I have
Oh, I play
Monster
with
Hunter
people.
World.
I don't know what it is. I just don't get into it, Like I have fun. I
Yeah,
don't know what it is.
I
but
find them a
anyways,
little grindy.
I just picked
Yeah.
up the DLC for that as well. The Separate Ways, the Ada story.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't played
You haven't played that part yet.
preference
Okay.
of the DLC, but am looking forward to going through that. Before we do number ones, do you guys want to maybe mention a like an honorable mention, and then this one we can do like any early access game or new game we've played.
Well, I didn't know we were doing this. Otherwise, I would have looked over my list harder.
You didn't do the meeting like you said you wanted to do.
I didn't know that was going to be for this.
Well, we could have brought it up then.
Mine's Escape from Tarkov.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
Specifically, is it the single player Tarkov?
Well, I'm not really in a position to review the multiplayer. I've never been on there. So yes, this is for
That's your honorable mention.
The SPT mod. Yes. Yeah, that's that game's will probably forever be in early access.
That's fair. Mine was Lethal Company, is where I was going to mention Lethal Company.
Oh, Frankie, this is where you could have Lethal Company.
It is where I can have Lethal Company. That's true. Yeah. I mean, I'll go with it too. Yeah.
I think it's just my reason for it as honorable mentions is it came out real recently. It hit real big. It has a real fun game loop, and even whether you want to play through Discord or the in-game chat, which is also both a legit way to play. I think it's fun in most of the ways I've played. It's been a blast. It was a little rough at first when you got to get a hang of it. When you walk into the place and you get killed by something right away, it's hard to get thrilled by keep playing.
I don't know. It intrigued me. I wanted to figure out how to defend and then attack the enemies, which I still don't have a complete understanding of. Which I thought was really nice because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I can spend more time to kind of delve into it a little bit more. Which just makes me that's when I started playing some solo missions. Got pretty decent at them, where I could basically survive more than a few runs. But that all came from just trying things out, reading a few things online. When I would get stumped, how the fuck do I kill this thing or whatever. But yeah, I feel like even from the beginning, there's intrigue enough that it sucks you in.
I think it also hit my buttons on wanting. I've been really wanting to play an SCP game, and that hit right in the market for it because it feels kind of SCP.
Oh yeah.
Although I would be interested in playing that SCP 5000 with anybody if they would be. Any one of you guys.
What, you just bringing this on us all of a sudden?
I know, right?
I am just bringing it all of a sudden.
Like a commitment here.
I'd play it. I think the gunplay looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd have to check it out. But yeah, might be down.
Yeah, it's like I think it's kind of like a squad shooter type thing, kind of like Back for Blood or whatever.
Yeah.
Except you gotta survive the SCP containment facilities, loosely based on one of the SCP stories.
Mm-hmm.
but it's like terrifying, kind of like we'll be doing a lot of stuff, kind of like the monsters in Lethal Company. One of them is just
One of them's
an SCP.
identical.
The one where the spring head, where you gotta look at them, where you gotta keep watching them. That is an SCP, so it deals with stuff like that. So it'd be kind of like that, with just more focused on like having graphics and guns, more raid raid style, like Back for Blood.
Yeah.
The only thing that's held me off from buying it and trying it currently is that it doesn't have a whole lot of content yet. It's still in rather real early access. So that's held me off a bit.
Fair enough. But yeah, I'd be down to check it out. With that, should we do
Number
our
ones?
number ones?
Numero unos.
Well, for me, that is Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. It's almost a perfect game for me. Like,
I can see that. Yeah.
I mean, again,
it's another year where a Zelda game came out, and of course you were gonna pick them.
Well, I mean, like, I really liked Breath of the Wild. The weapon degradation didn't really bother me. The only bad part that I thought about the weapon degradation was essentially when I ran out of weapons. That would suck. But that didn't happen very often, so it wasn't something that I felt like I personally needed that to be fixed. But they managed to still make it interesting on top of it. So, yeah, it's good to hear that, people's main complaint about the game maybe didn't go away completely, but almost everyone seems to enjoy the way that they've kind of done this workaround for it. So, and otherwise, like, the level of story that's in this Zelda is more than I think any other one so far.
It's a lot. Like, even Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had like those photograph memories stuff.
Yeah.
But even then, everything else felt like pretty light.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one was just all over the place, filled with story. And
Yeah.
I like the way he shrugs to tell that story.
Right.
I wish I had whatever power Link has to be able to explain stories. He's like Lassie. What is that? Timmy fell down the well again.
But yeah, I mean, everything about it, like, complaints that I didn't know that I had were addressed. So, yeah, because of that, I mean, I really can't find anything particularly wrong with the game. I mean, and it is one of my favorite game franchises of all time. So, kind of, yeah, duh.
It was a given, and no, it's a good choice. They did a bang up job. It's a great game.
Yeah. But yeah, that's fine. Andrew?
It's Baldur's Gate 3. That was a fantastic game. This is the best.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best game that's come out this year.
Yeah, I guess that just nails it for me too. That's my number one. Baldur's Gate 3.
I don't think I need to speak. I don't think I need to speak too much on that game. So it's just
best
it's
RPG
really great game
I've ever played. Amazing story, amazing soundtrack, great voice acting, great characters. Just amazing gameplay that encourages creativity. Larian nailed it. I hope they get many more opportunities to make awesome, cool licensed games.
Yeah,
I look forward to seeing like some of their I'll look forward to another Divinity as well. But I'd like to see them tackle a Star Wars game.
Oh.
And if you watch the Game Awards, you'll know one of those reasons is because the reasons I'd like to see that is because Spink, whatever his name is, the lead guy, the CEO of Larian, is like the biggest nerd. That dude went out onto the Game Awards with like a full set of armor.
Yeah.
Not a full set. He didn't have the legs on, but he had like the chest
step
armor
up.
and stuff. He had a set of armor on.
That's pretty good.
The dude's rocking armor. He's so a nerd. I want him to see him do like just give him the nerdiest of things and let him take over making a CRPG of it.
I thought he was just worried about assassins at the awards, and that's why he was wearing it.
I mean, I'd also really like to see him do like a Numenera, like the Numenera Tides of Chaos or Tides of Numenera game. I like to see him have a chance at something like that, or just more known stuff even. But man, Larian makes great CRPGs. That's all I know. They know what they're doing over there. And Baldur's Gate 3 was definitely worth the forever long wait. Because I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 back in the day.
Back in the day.
That was my introduction to character building for D&D was Baldur's Gate.
Oh, really?
Because it had a little character builder in the game. And so when I eventually got actually the chance to play D&D with people, I knew what I was doing just solely because of Baldur's Gate.
Nice.
And that's how you know I am indeed a nerd. That
Among many other reasons, but yes, that is also one.
That's rude.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, but to just like call me out on it.
Yeah, no, it's you.
I mean, you were also able to put together a top 5 list of video games you played this year. Like, a lot of people don't play 5 video games in a year. 5 different ones, anyway.
5 different ones, yeah, right?
I don't know about that.
I think a lot of people don't.
Play.
Well, yeah, because we hang out with cool people that do cool people shit. Like play video games.
I play video
games. Well, sweet. That was our Game of the Year roundup. Yeah, that was fun.
That was good. Good choices, I think.
Oh yeah, totally. We got some good stuff in there, so sweet. Well, I guess we'll call it there for the evening.
I like that we had a variety of choices as well.
Yeah, me too.
Except me and Christian landed on the same. That makes sense.
We did have the same number one, but that was a given. It also won Game of the Year, just in general at the Game of the Year awards. Because it is the best game that came out this year.
Yeah, it's just kind of objectively true.
Yeah. It's hard to be better than that. There's plenty of games that I loved this year. Dredge was another game that I truly loved. That came out this year.
I've been enjoying Dune Spice Wars.
The Spice Wars.
Starship and Extermination. Although that one's early access, but Starship Troopers Extermination. It's pretty fun. Shooting bugs. I'm doing my part.
He's doing his part. Well, that was pretty good. It's unfortunately lost the first half, but that was an enjoyable conversation nonetheless.
Yeah. We still got our top 5, so that's good.
Yeah. I managed to notice that at one point.
Mm-hmm. How many times we lost those early episodes?
Oh yeah, too many times.
That one was just I forgot.
That one hurt even more because it had to make like trips to go record those. I had to do like really long trips to go record that stuff.
That I have that problem solved now, so
on
should be all good.
Rock Band microphones. We were
Oh yeah,
rocking
that's
that
right.
day.
I forgot we were doing the Rock Band microphones. Dang. Now I feel
Rock
old.
Band microphones.
All right. Well, sweet. Thank you everyone for joining us. We will catch you next week. We will be doing a podcast next week. And of course, always feel free to stop in on the Twitch. It's CGB_network. And on the YouTube, it's at CGB Network, where you can watch us play video games throughout the week. So, I think, are we planning on doing something Thursday? I think, was that what we were gonna do?
We could. Are we making? I think we're making that plan now.
For gaming.
Yeah, for gaming.
Yeah, play some games.
Yeah, any day I'm down to play games.
Cool. Well, yeah, we'll do a thing then.
Don't know what's so hard to explain about.
Well, I mean, you guys do other things too.
No.
Usually on Sundays.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
Oh yeah, on Sundays. On Sundays we do other nerdier things.
There's
But
one other nerd thing I do. Yeah.
But I'm never gonna just assume, you know. I'm not that kind of jerk.
Oh.
You're a different kind.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a different kind of jerk. It's fine. But yeah,